John Hoffman, thank you very much for joining us. You are in charge of LCRA operations. Gosh, give us the bullet points right now.
Well, Jim, where we find ourselves right now is with a very, very significant event based out of the Llano River watershed. It has rained at a considerable rate for a couple of days on an already saturated watershed. We are seeing 24-hour rainfall totals, 48-hour rainfall totals in the range of 8 to 12 inches throughout that part of the watershed. And since midnight, we're seeing rainfall totals that are a half a foot throughout a large part of that part of our basin. So the Llano River has continued to rise throughout the night. We've had a couple of times where it would seem to peak and then it would continue to rise. The current inflow levels measured at the Llano gauge are in the 268,000 cubic feet per second range. To give you a sense of what that means, that's 182 Olympic-sized swimming pools every minute.
Okay, John, I guess first and foremost, what we're most concerned about is who is in danger right now on Lake LBJ or on Lake Marble Falls or that lower end of the Llano River there?
So low-lying areas, anyone within that part of the riverine part of the watershed, in particular, the upper end of both of these reservoirs where the water comes in, into Lake LBJ from the Llano River and also from
Sandy Creek,
and then immediately downstream of Wirtz Dam and Starkey Dam, where the water comes immediately out of the dam into both Lake Marble Falls and Lake Travis. Those areas are of particular concern. However, Jim, I would say that Lake Marble Falls, because of its narrow nature, it's not a very big lake. It's in terms of acre-wise, it's one of the smallest lakes in the Highland Lakes chain. That whole area is of concern. So
what are you recommending to people if they live within, X number of feet of the river or the shoreline? Are there any evacuations that you're recommending at this point? Monitor the situation. All this debris, all these boats that we're seeing flow down the river, these are coming from the upper end of LBJ, right?
Yeah, we're in constant communication, Jim, with the local emergency management officials that actually make those calls with respect to whether evacuations are necessary or not. And so all the information that we have, we are in communications with those local emergency management officials, and they're responsible for making sure that people are out of harm's way. I would underscore the fact that if you're within proximity to any of those projects along the Highland Lakes, that you pay very close attention to both the weather and to your own unique site-specific situation, and don't play with this. Take whatever precautions you need to be safe.
I know John and Sally are going to have a couple questions for you. Just a second. Yeah. One more quick thing.